What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, September 25th, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Reality television personality and model Kylie Jenner is pregnant with her first child. TMZ says that Jenner and 25-year-old rapper Travis Scott are expecting a daughter. People magazine reported Jenner is due to deliver the baby in February. The publication quoted an unnamed source as saying, "They started telling friends a few weeks ago. The family has known for quite some time. She is really excited, and so is Travis. The pair have been dating since April. Jenner is the daughter of Kris and Bruce, now Caitlyn Jenner. She is also the sister of Kendall Jenner and half-sister of Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney Kardashian." Continuing its torrid pace at the box office, It, the adaptation of Stephen King's novel about a child-eating clown, is now the highest-grossing horror movie in U.S. history. The film overtook the 1973 horror classic The Exorcist on the U.S. box office list this week. The distinction comes with a few asterisks. The Exorcist is still the highest-grossing horror movie when factoring in a global box office revenue, and the list does now factor the inflated cost of movie tickets in 2017 compared to the cost of a ticket in 1973. So the Warner Bros. The New Line production has hauled in a whopping $236.3 million in the United States in just 2 weeks, making it the highest-grossing September movie release of all time. It cost an economical $35 million to make. Forbes estimate that it could wind up topping $313 million in domestic box office receipts by the end of its run. If those predictions hold, it would overtake The Exorcist for the top international gross for an R-rated horror film. The film trails the record by about $40 million, entering its third weekend in wide release. Given the response so far, theater owners are likely to keep the film playing through the run-up to the Halloween next month. Fox Searchlight has released the first trailer for Wes Anderson's stop-motion animated movie Isle of Dogs. The 2.5-minute preview has gotten nearly 1.5 million views since it was posted on YouTube Thursday. Set for release on March 23rd, the film features the voices of Bryan Cranston, Kenichi Nomura, Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson, Edward Norton, Tilda Swinton, Jeff Goldblum, Ken Watanabe, Greta Gerwig, and Frances McDormand. It tells the story of Atari Kibayasha, the 12-year-old ward to corrupt Mayor Kibayasha. And the synopsis reads, when by executive decree all the canine pets of Megasaki City are exiled to a vast garbage dump called Trash Island, Atari sets off alone in a miniature Juno turboprop and flies across the river in search of his bodyguard dog, Spots. There, with the assistance of a pack of newly found mongrel friends, he begins an epic journey that will decide the fate and future of the entire prefecture. Netflix says it has renewed its adult-themed animated series BoJack Horseman for a 5th season. Season 4 began streaming on September 8th, with Will Arnett, Amy Sedaris, and Aaron Paul leading the vocal cast. The show about an eloquent anti-hero follows the failed legendary 90s sitcom star from the favorite family sitcom Horsing Around, who has been trying to sell his way through a muddle of self-loathing, whiskey, and failed relationships, a press note related. Production on Season 3 of the British sci-fi series Humans is now underway. 8 new episodes are scheduled to air next year on BBC America in the United States and on Channel 4 in the United Kingdom. Starring Gemma Chan, Catherine Parkinson, Tom Goodman-Hill, Emily Burkington, Colin Morgan, Ivano Jeremiah, and Ruth Bradley. The show is about what happens when beautiful robots called synths are created and incorporated into human life to perform the tasks people don't want to do, but then become conscious and develop feelings. Catastrophe and Apple Tree Yard actor Mark Bonner joined the cast this season as Neil Sommer, an intriguingly charming scientist on a government commission with whom Laura Parkinson develops a strong personal connection. The press release noted, returning 1 year after the dawn of consciousness, a decimated and oppressed synth population fights to survive in a world that hates and fears them. In a divided Britain, synths and humans struggle to broker an uneasy peace, but when fractions within the synth community itself starts to appear, all hope of stability comes under threat. David Bradley says he has completed his work on the 2017 Doctor Who Christmas special, Twice Upon a Time, which will feature him as the first Doctor and Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. Best known for playing Arcus Filch in the Harry Potter franchise and Walder Frey on Game of Thrones, the 75-year-old British actor is no stranger to the Who universe. Bradley played the original First Doctor, portrayed William Hartnell in the television docudrama An Adventure in Space and Time. Bradley then took over the late Hartnell's role of the First Doctor in the most recent Doctor Who season finale on the BBC, and he will reprise the character in a series of First Doctor audio plays to be produced by Big Finish after the television Christmas special airs. Hartley said in a phone interview with UPI, it was such a pleasure because instead of playing an actor playing the part, I was playing the part, and I can say at last, yes, I will have been Doctor Who, but before I was playing William Hartnell, who played Doctor Who. So it was great that they came up with such a great storyline for the Christmas special because it was such an honor and a pleasure to play Hartnell in Adventure in Space and Time, but to get the big Christmas episode with Peter Capaldi was such a pleasure to do. So I'm very excited about that as well. With credits that also include The Strain, Broadchurch, and Spectrum, Bradley admits he's releving in what he describes as his recent good fortune, which has been surprising. The actor has this month been on the promotional trail for director Brian O'Malley's gothic horror film The Lodgers, which screened at the Toronto International Film Festival. The Irish period drama casts Bradley as the unlucky man who handles the finances for a pair of mysterious siblings. As if he has been looking for respite from some of the darker materials he has been part of lately, Bradley replied, "Yes, I like one of those parts when you come to the French windows and ask if anyone wants to play tennis or have a gin and tonic or something. Wear a smart suit." He also added, because I've been wearing a lot of grunge over the years, he laughed, also adding he did a little bit in a Channel 4 comedy series with Richard E. Grant in the United Kingdom. It's nice to do something light and funny, but I just love the variation of work, really. Quantico and Supergirl actor David Lim has been hired as series regular on CBS's new drama SWAT. Lim will play Victor Tan, a new SWAT officer who has a nose for action and a willingness to place a bet on anything, the network said in press notes. In the press release, it says that he uses his confidential informants in the community to help Hondo and the rest of their team capture the city's toughest criminals. Set to premiere on November 2nd, the show will star Shamar Moore, Stephanie Sigmund, Alex Russell, Linda Esco, Kenneth Johnson, Peter Onorati, and Jay Harrington. Sean Ryan, the SWAT executive producer, said in a statement Thursday, a couple of weeks before shooting began, our pilot director Justin Lin felt the SWAT team needed one more member to feel complete. Justin, Aaron, Rasheen Thomas, and I remember David Lim, who had really impressed us in an audition for a different role. We quickly created the role of Victor Tan, and we were lucky enough to cast David. Seeing his great work in the pilot, as well as in subsequent early episodes, convinced us to promote him to series regular, and we are thrilled to have him join our official SWAT team, both on camera and off. Jake Gyllenhaal appeared on Conan, where he discussed his thoughts on the comedic @Jake Activities Twitter account, which features memes that use the actor's likeness. Host Conan O'Brien on Thursday shared a number of memes with Gyllenhaal to gauge his reaction. They include images of the 36-year-old appearing overjoyed at the sight of snow and laughing hysterically while looking at a sandwich. Gyllenhaal joked someone was sprinkling cocaine as the reason why he appeared so happy to be around snow in the photo, so you would be amazed too. Brian also shared a post by @Jake Activities that unveiled that Gyllenhaal was once a part of a high school boy band named Hole Shot. Gyllenhaal also shared during the late night visit how he has no social media accounts and is not computer savvy. He says, like, I'm a drag and drop kind of guy. I don't know shortcut commands. I don't command whatever to get the thing. Salma Hayek was feeling reflective of her daughter's 10th birthday this week. The 51-year-old actress shared a childhood clip of Valentina Paloma, her only child with husband Francois Henri Pilinot, on the preteen's birthday Thursday. She gushed in the caption, "Happy birthday, Valentina. I'm so grateful for the decade of love you brought to our lives. #TBT, #birthday girl, #Q." The video shows Valentina playing on a miniature piano as a toddler. She encourages Hayek to sing a note as she plinks on the piano keys. Hayek is also stepmom to Pianet's children, Francois, Mathieu, and Augustine. She calls motherhood very rewarding while discussing her family in the May issue of Ola USA. The star said, "Everyone women have a maternal instinct inside, and I think that it's important that all humans try to have that experience and apply that maternal instinct to some living creature. You don't have children, but be responsible and take care of animals or a plant. Take care of another being. She also adds, feeling responsible helps you develop as a human being. It doesn't have to be a sacrifice, but an intention that gives you of yourself and contributes to another living being's life. That's very rewarding. You learn a lot about yourself when you do something for someone else. Hayek, who hails from Coatzacoalcos, Mexico, donated $100,000 to earthquake relief efforts in the country this week after a 7.1 magnitude earthquake hit outside Mexico City. She said her experience with the deadly 1985 earthquake in the city inspired her to give. Oscar-winning actor Colin Firth, who was born in England, now has dual British-Italian citizenship. The BBC quoted the 57-year-old screen icon as saying he made the decision because he has been connected to Italy for more than 2 decades now. The King's Speech, Bridget Jones' Diary, and Pride and Prejudice star is married to Italian filmmaker Livia Giulogilli, who gave birth to their 2 sons in Italy. Firth says, "I was married there and had 2 children born in Rome." Adding Giulogilli had applied for a British citizenship and passport, while his children already have dual citizenship. Firth explained, "We never really thought much about our different passports, but now with some of the uncertainty around, we thought it sensible that we should all get the same." ITV News reported Firth said in a statement, "My wife and I are both extremely proud of our own countries. We feel that we've made a gift of that to each other. I will always be extremely British. You only have to look at or listen to me. Britain is our home, and we love it here." The Italian Interior Ministry confirmed to the BBC that Firth had been granted dual citizenship. The ministry said the very famous actor, who won an Oscar for the film The King's Speech, is married to a citizen from our country and has often declared his love for our land. Firth can now be seen in the film Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders are reuniting for their first French and Saunders show in 10 years. The BBC One special, which is intended to mark the 30th anniversary of the duo's comic collaboration, will air this Christmas. French joked in the new release, "We got our lucky pants on and we're ready to get funny." Saunders added, "We have almost deliberately stayed alive this long to join the force of the British Brock-Corping castration to put us on television one last time." Executive producer John Plowman says, "To be honest, I wouldn't have a career without them, so it's terrific that they're back together for this show of old gold and new stuff. They're 2 of the greats, and it's good that they've finally found each other's phone numbers for the first time in a while." Shane Allen, the BBC's controller of comedy commissioning, says French and Saunders are the godmothers of modern female comedy performers and one of the most beloved comedy double acts that this country has ever produced. This will be a special treat for all comedy fans, and we look forward to seeing what will get their glorious spoof treatment this Christmas. In addition to their sketch comedy show, French and Saunders are also known for creating and respectfully starring in the classic British sitcoms The Vicar of Dibley and Absolutely Fabulous. Lady Gaga says her documentary showed the lonely side of fame. The 31-year-old singer penned an emotional letter to fans Thursday ahead of the release of her Netflix documentary Gaga 5 Feet 2 on September 22nd. Gaga wrote, "With Gaga 5 Feet 2, I found myself witnessing myself in a way I'm unable to see on my own. I felt proud, I felt sadness, I felt empowered, I felt vulnerable, but what struck me the most was the film's authenticity in the way Chris Morcarbell, the director, chose to show my low lows, my highest highs, and the closest relationship with my family that I clung to fiercely while writing my album, Joanne." She confessed, "Although surreal, happy, and also hard, I'm most touched that the veil behind the aura of my fame reveals that fame is not all it's cracked up to be. It is lonely, it is isolating, and it is very psychologically challenging because fame changes the way you're viewed by people. For me, it feels very unnatural but complicated because I know it's my destiny to be a performer." The star added, "I saw this film for the first time with everyone at the Princess of Wales Theatre at the Toronto International Film Festival, and I'm happy I trusted the creative process with Chris in this way. I might not always give the world exactly what they expect of me, but make no mistake, it's always the true me." Gaga 5 Feet 2 follows the recording of Lady Gaga's album Joanne, which was released in October. The singer also discussed the documentary in an interview with Newsweek published Friday following the film's release at 12:01 a.m. Pacific Time. She says, "I've never been that personal with my fans. I don't think that the world was ready to see who I really am because I wasn't ready to be myself. But with Joanne, I'm saying this is me with nothing." New Zealand singer Lorde was among those to praise Gaga 5 Feet 2 online. The 20-year-old star tweeted, "I watched it a few hours ago, laughing my ass off so good, I died for that piano Bad Romance at Tony's birthday," referencing to Lady Gaga's performance at Tony Bennett's 90th birthday party in 2016. "And everything else, she is my queen." The music documentary George Michael Freedom will debut on Showtime on October 21st. The film, most of which was shot before Michael's December 25, 2016 death, features interviews with Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Ricky Gervais, Nile Rodgers, Mark Ronson, Tracy Emmons, Liam Gallagher, Mary J. Blige, Jean-Paul Gaultier, James Corden, and Tony Bennett. Naomi Campbell, Chrissy Turlington, Cindy Crawford, Tatiana Patiz, and Linda Evangelista, the supermodels who appeared in Michael's iconic Freedom 90 music video, are reunited for the documentary. The cable network said in the press release that the film, quote, covers the span of his entire career, but concentrates on the formative period in the late Grammy Award winner's life and career, leading up to and following the making of his acclaimed best-selling album, Listen Without Prejudice, Volume 1, and his subsequent infamous high court battle with his record label that followed, while also being poignantly personal about the death of his late partner and first love, Anselmo Filippi. Michael died of natural causes due to heart disease and a fatty liver at the age of 53. Now, passing to report, soul singer Charles Bradley, who rose to prominence late in life after spending years as a journeyman covering band singer, died Saturday of cancer, his record label said. He was 68. Bradley began touring in the 1990s in small clubs as a James Brown impersonator under the stage name Black Velvet, belting out the late Godfather Soul's famous hits. Bradley was first discovered by the co-founder of Daptones Records, Gabriel Roth, a.k.a. Bosco Man, whose label specializes in re-envisioning soul, blues, and R&B acts. Bradley's death is the second blow to the Daptones lineup this year, after vocalist Sharon Jones of Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings also died of cancer. Bradley began releasing singles under Daptones in 2002. His powerful vocals harken back to the golden era of soul in the 60s and 70s with inflections of Brown and Otis Redding. Bradley put out his first-length album, No Time for Dreaming, in 2011 at the age of 62. He would go on to release 2 more studio albums, the most recent being Changes in 2016. His performance on a track from that album on CBS This Morning earned Bradley an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Live Performance on a Daytime Program. Just prior to release Changes, Bradley was diagnosed with stomach cancer. He underwent treatment and was declared cancer-free months later, only to see the cancer return within a year. Bradley canceled the 2017 tour, but promised fans he would be back with God's will. After the cancer spread to his liver, Bradley was never able to return to the stage. Jennifer Lopez announced at a New York press conference Sunday she is donating $1 million for proceeds of her Las Vegas shows to benefit those in hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. The Alley Report quoted Lopez as saying first in Spanish, then in English, at the event attended by Governor Andrew Cuomo, Alex Rodriguez and I, who are both New Yorkers, are using all our resources and relationships in entertainment, sports, and business to garner support for Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. Lopez and Rodriguez aren't the only celebrities trying to help. Dozens of Latin music artists are taking part in Sunday's benefit program, Todos Unidos, All Together. To be hosted by Mario Kristenberger and Don Francisco, the telethon is supporting people impacted by recent earthquakes in Mexico and Hurricane Maria, Harvey, and Irma in Puerto Rico, Texas, and Florida. The show will be broadcast from Miami, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Houston, and Los Angeles, and will air simultaneously across Telemundo and the cable network Universal and the Telemundo International Cable Channel in Mexico. The 4-hour fundraiser is expected to feature performances by Chanyo, Elvis Crespo, Luis Fonse, Ricardo Montaner, Anita Nazario, Justin Quiles, Roberto Tapia, Noel Torres, and Yuri. In addition, Lopez, Miguel Bosé, Kate Del Castillo, Larry Hernandez, Rafael, Prince Royce, Alejandro Sanz, Talia, and Daddy Yankee will join to bring a message of hope in these moments of solidarity, a press release said. Earlier this month, the star-studded multi-network telethon Hand in Hand, a benefit for hurricane relief, raised at least $44 million for the victims of Hurricane Harvey and Irma. Saturday Night Live has its first 3 guest hosts and musical performers lined up for season 43. Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot will headline the October 7th episode with Sam Smith providing the music, and the Big Sick actor-writer Kamal Nanjiani and Pink will take the stage October 14th. They are to follow the previously announced Blade Runner 2049 star Ryan Gosling and rapper Jay-Z, who will appear on the sketch comedy show's season premiere September 30th. The show's Twitter account said Thursday, "Happy Fall, #SNL," alongside the photo of a board covered in its post-it notes with the stars' names on it. Star Wars icon Mark Hamill and Game of Thrones veterans Lena Headey and David Bradley have joined the Season 2 voice cast of DreamWorks' Troll Hunters. The next 13 episodes of the animated series from Guillermo del Toro will be available for streaming on Netflix later this year. Returning for Season 2 are Kelsey Grammer as Blinky, Ron Perlman as Bullard, Steven Yeun as Steve, Angelica Houston as Queen Ursula, Jonathan Hyde as Strickler, Amy Lankdecker as Barbara, and Charlie Saxton as Toby. The late Anton Yelchin will once again be featured in the lead role of Jim Lake Jr., as he had completed recording through the show's second season before his death. Yelchin was 27 when he was run over by his own vehicle in his driveway in June 2016. The synopsis for the series reads, DreamWorks' Troll Hunters features a tale of 2 fantastical worlds that collide in an epic saga. Set in the fictional suburb of Arcadia, our unlikely hero Jim and his 2 best friends make a startling discovery that beneath their hometown lies a hidden battle between good trolls and bads, and the outcome of which impacts their lives forever. Musician Aaron Carter has confirmed he is taking a break from performing until 2018 to focus on his health. Carter said in one of his many tweets on Friday, "I am strong, that's why I made this decision. No one could have forced me. None of you even know my reasons for this. It's called stress." Another post read from Carter, who is the brother of recording artist Nick Carter, and FYI, my family has nothing to do with this. I've actually had to cut them off. Unfortunately, it's going to stay that way. In a longer statement, Aaron admitted he felt the need to leave the spotlight to work on, quote, myself, adding he will release a new version of his song I Want Candy on October 27th, which will be followed by the release of the first single from his new album, Love, 4 weeks later. He also linked to an Entertainment Tonight article in which his representative said he is going to rehab. The publicist says Aaron has decided to enter a facility to improve his health and work on his overall wellness. He is going to do this privately and focus all his attention on being the best person and performer possible. He is grateful for the support and love from his fans and look forward to coming back stronger than ever before. And finally, the British spy comedy Kingsman: The Golden Circle is the #1 movie in North America, earning $39 million in receipts, Box Office Mojo announced Sunday. Coming in #2 is It with $30 million, followed by the Lego Ninjago movie at #3 with $21.1 million, American Assassin at #4 with $6.3 million, and Home Again at #5 with $3.31 million. Rounding up the top tier are Mother at #6 with $3.26 million, Friend's Request at #7 with $2.4 million, The Hitman's Bodyguard at #8 with $1.9 million, Stronger at #9 with $1.7 million, and The Wind River at #10 with $1.3 million. And as your entertainment report for Monday, September 25th, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.